This report that we're going to discuss is the T1135 foreign asset verification, and it applies to some investors who have foreign securities or specified foreign property, and they are required to file the T1135, either read the rules to determine if it applies to you or speak to your accountant. But if you do need to use that report, you need to do two things. One is under the account setup, there is a requirement to indicate that it's a taxable account and what country that account is located in. So, for example, Bank of America is probably in the USA, and that would be where that country is labeled. That account is labeled as in that country. There's a little note down the bottom here. If this account is taxable and you plan to use this report, you need to select a country code. So the program needs to know that it's taxable, it's going to be included for the purposes of tax, and where is it actually housed, where is it actually located. The second part of that equation to make the report work is the securities itself. And for every security, and we've gone through setting up securities, and we talked about this, if you're going to use, if this stock is a specified foreign property, which means not a Canadian asset, you have to tick that it is, select the country where it's domiciled. In this case, it's an American company. And so you have your drop-down list of countries here. And you can select one of 6 types of foreign property, whether it's like cash or funds, shares of a foreign company, debt of a foreign company, an interest in a trust, real property like real estate, another property that may be, like a gold bar, something like that. The T3, T5 option was applicable a couple years ago, no longer, so you don't need to tick that. But now you've labeled the security in a way that the program knows this is specified foreign property. If you own some, it will be generated for the report. And so let's go to the 1135 report itself. Remember that once you've entered all your trades, which we've gone through in a separate tutorial, and you've labeled the accounts correctly, the program will automatically generate the T1135. One thing you should be aware of is that you must have a market price recorded for every security on the opening and closing date range, which would usually be your ending market value would be December 31st, for example, of the year that you're reporting your tax. So I'm just pulling up some sample data here. And there's a couple ways to generate this report. There's 2 options. There's Section 7 or not. And what it will do is take your data set and create a facsimile of the form itself. So this would be the required information for that form. The maximum amount of the year, the amount at the end of the year, any capital received, income and loss items, and any capital gains on that account. And this you can print it out or PDF it out and email it to your accountant, or use it for yourself to enter into your personal tax return or a corporate return if you're doing that. The other option is the Section 7 option, which uses fair market values, and this is the one where it's important to ensure you have a market price for the security. Now, all public securities you've owned at any point in the year will be in the system automatically on the 4 major exchanges. And if there are private securities, like you own shares of some U.S. private company, you would have to input a market value at the end of the year. So it would have it would separately disclose some information on Section 7. But basically, the report gets completed, and it's in the format that you will find on an actual T1135, so you can input it on into your own tax return or give it to your accountant.